how do you, I'm assuming it was a value add, right? So you got to come in, you got to
Yeah. Heavy.
basically, yeah. How do you bite something like that off? Right. I mean, do you approach it in
Yeah.
phases? I mean, what's the scoop? Like and
Yeah.
where are
So
y'all at now since it's been 8 months?
Yeah, so it's actually been a little over a year. It was 8
Okay.
months prior to when we got the other
Gotcha.
deal.
Okay.
So that deal was brought to us. So another backstory. It was a senior living facility by this woman, and then it got condemned by the city. And
Oh, wow.
instead of just trying to fix shit, she decided to light the clubhouse on fire. And then basically, I think it ended up not getting too badly damaged. It was just a lot of like fire damage inside. So like the
Yeah.
structure was fine. It was just like I think the roof needed to be replaced. I think some framing on the inside needed to be replaced, stuff like that. And it was a gut job anyway, so
Yeah.
it was fine. Um, I forget who took it back, if it was the city or the lender, but it was
Okay.
about to go to short sale, and a flipper we knew had it under contract for a while, and it was just too big for them to take down. They single family flipper trying to do 130 units, just
Yeah.
couldn't put it together. So I think they assigned it to us for like a small fee, and we took that down. And our manager there has a really good maintenance team in place
Okay.
with a lot of construction knowledge. So it wasn't something that really required a GC because it wasn't new structure stuff. All the framing, all the units, all the units framed out. A lot of the stuff was in place. We actually took a lot of it out because it was just old and shitty and had been sitting there. So like we replaced almost all the drywall. We did all new kitchens, all new bathrooms. Didn't necessarily have to. Like some of the, as we could, we kept tubs and toilets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But did like all new, vanities and stuff, and new ACs and doors and windows and that stuff. Just because we bought it for dirt cheap. I think we bought it for like $1 million. I think we're going to end up putting like
Yeah. 130
three and a
units
half.
for $1 million.
Yeah. I mean, it's 100% vacant. I mean, it's,
Yes.
not a cash flowing deal. So,
And how do you
even
position that with investors? Like what's
that it's super risky with a ton of value on the back end, that it's, essentially a massive flip is what it
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It was also, originally when we bought it, it's qualified as an opportunity zone deal. So when we
Oh,
first
wow.
started looking at it, we thought, hey, this is a deal we're going to go 10 years on. So even if it's a little bit more expensive or it takes a little bit longer, in 10 years, all will be forgiven, right? Because it's got to hold 10 years, plus you get the tax bonuses and all that fun stuff. Um, in the end, we just had so much appetite from investors for a quicker flip and higher risk. We just said, and there wasn't as much people, when opportunity zones came out, everyone was like, this is the, God's gift to real estate investing. And then it
Yeah.
slowly, people kind of realized, okay. It's still nice, but it's not what everyone thought at first. So we just kind of said, at the end of the day, more appetite for a quicker flip, even though it's a high risk, high reward deal. Let's go that route instead of going the opportunity zone route. So it was just a very honest, blunt, upfront conversation with people. And just, hey, this is what we're going to do. Here's our experience. You can either trust us or not trust us, basically. And,
Yeah.
I guess people, enough people trusted us to kind of, let us do it. And there's been a ton of hiccups. We told people that. We said, it's going to take a while. It's not going to be quick. We have a bunch of rent ready units and we're waiting for something from the city. I forget offhand. That's John's region more. So I get like
Certificate of occupancy, maybe.
it was
CO.
something before that. And that was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I last got, the updates as, we kind of sit down and go through all the deals and stuff like that. So I don't know offhand exactly what it is. But it was just, one thing after another where you have to figure it out and make do. And one of the things we actually changed was it was actually 121 units when we bought it with a massive clubhouse. We were able to actually go to the city and add another 9 units. So,
Wow.
and shrink the clubhouse because it's, very small 1-bedroom units, doesn't need a big clubhouse. We were able to cut it down, add
Yeah.
units.
It's no longer a senior living facility, right?
No,
So
it'll
it's
just be free market.
yeah.
And it's, I mean, it's night and day. It's beautiful. We've posted a bunch of stuff on, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, stuff like that. And it's going to be an unbelievable property and great value for that area. But it's just, the type of project that just, going into it, you have to know that it may take extra money. There may be a capital call. There's going to be bumps in the road. What I expect to happen is not going to happen, flat out.
Yeah.
But we think that there's enough, wiggle room, value, experience to, tackle any problems that occur.
Yeah.
And so far we've been able to, do what we needed to do to get close to getting this thing, leased up.
And your investors, they probably went into this thinking, okay, or at least the expectation was set with them. Your money's in the back end, right?
Yeah.
We'll start
Oh,
cash
100%.
flowing when it's
Yeah.
certain percentage occupied or whatnot.
Yeah.
That's very cool.